One more match to go here at the APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus. Men's Pro Doubles bronze medal match. J.W. Johnson and Dekel Bar taking on DJ Young and Thomas Wilson. Your 1 seed versus your 3 seed. Wilson and Young battling their way out of that consolation draw. Dekel Bar, J.W. Johnson losing to Andre Daescu and Dylan Frazier in 3. 11-7, 3-11, 11-1. Chad, predictions? You saw Thomas Wilson and DJ Young earlier and said it wasn't pretty.
No, Lahia and Dakeen just came in ripping balls, and we've talked about it before with DJ Young. He has to play with a controlled aggressiveness, right? If he tries to do too much, or he's like, hey, I'm gonna murder this ball. When somebody's speeding up at him and he's getting big, all of a sudden those balls are flying. But regardless of what they did early on, it was really hard for them to slow it down. So I'd probably look for Bar and Johnson to be a little bit more aggressive within this one. But DJ.
Oh no. This is how we're starting?
Oh, that ball's going.
Oh, and that one's going out too right there. But wow, what defense from Thomas Wilson on this around the post here from J.W. Johnson.
Yeah, and it was smart from Johnson not to hit it too hard, because it is more difficult to defend a softer around the post.
Nice spot there from DJ Young. And you mentioned it, Chad, is we talked at MLP when we were in Newport about DJ Young. Which DJ Young is going to show up? When the DJ Young with that controlled aggression does, he wins MLP with his team, the Ranchers.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of DJ Young that we all want to see.
Yeah, he's got to stay in that slot that he just ended the last point on. Once he starts getting bigger from that, now we've got issues.
One.
And good pressure there from J.W. Johnson.
I mean, that's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
It's like, you're gonna drive a ball at me, I'll just hit it harder back at you.
Oh, a little slap forehand there from Dekel Bar. Goes a little long though, and Wilson and Young take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, a little inside out flick from DJ Young, made it look like he was hitting a backhand, and just turned the hand over.
Oh, DJ Young, he loves that Ernie going cross court hard. He'll try and hit this, and most of the time you won't even be able to get to it.
1, 2, 1.
Would have been a foot fold if he had made it, though.
Did Derek see it though?
I don't think so. We saw one of Daescu previously that didn't get called as well.
Oh, and off the right shoulder of Dekel Bar.
So that's one of the downsides about being a bigger guy. One upside is that you can reach in, you can take a lot of balls. Two, when somebody smacks a ball at you, it's harder to get out of the way.
Yep. Yeah! Oh, Thomas Wilson coming in hot right there. And 3 of these players very familiar with each other. Thomas Wilson, DJ Young, and Dekel Bar are all down in that Dreamland area and playing and practicing together a lot. Oh, Dekel Bar sneaking that ball in behind DJ Young. Beautifully done.
Yeah, so they set that up really well. You notice that a lot of those balls were going middle. Nobody was taking a big chance. So Young slid to the middle expecting Bar just to put it there again and quick flick behind.
One. 2-3-1. Point.
Running two-hander there from DJ Young into the net.
2-3-1.
Nice counter there from DJ Young. Reading that speed up off the paddle of Dekel Bar so well.
Yeah, and it's tough to get out of the way of that one potentially going out, but with DJ reading it so well, it gets back on you when you speed up before you even recognize it. Wilson a little upset with that one. Kind of jumped into the ball. Good spot by
3-3-2.
by JW.
Ball over the APP tents.
Point. 4-3-2. 0.
Good spot.
Yeah, it's the misdirection right there, right?
Yeah.
You're thinking he's coming just flat, hard. Not happening. Goes misdirect.
Misdirect. A little bit of spin.
3-4-1.
Wow, great hands from Thomas Wilson and DJ Young as it was a relentless attack from Johnson and Barr.
Yeah, going at Bar, able to just angle it away from Wilson and Young.
Oh no, this is not happening right there, Chad.
No, and that's trying to create something from not being there. If you are going to speed up that one, you've got to go behind Bar. You can't try to come back middle because Johnson's just going to sit there and tee off on that forehand.
Thomas is yelling at JW right now. He says, "Come on, J-Dub," because that's twice he's gone right at the body, and this time it wasn't even just at the body; it was off the tape.
It was off the net. Got a little kick off the net as well.
Oh, Dekel Bar again gets it. Before that ball even gets to the back fence, DJ Young's dropping his paddle and calling a timeout. It's a nice run here from Johnson and Barr, up 6-3 in game number 1. What's the difference maker here, Chad, for Wilson and Young to be able to get back in this match?
I think for Young, he's trying to create too many things. We've seen him reaching in to speed that up. You know, the last time we were in the booth together was MLP, where he won it with the Ranches, and he was setting up points much more effectively. I mean, he had a great week last week at Philly Open.
Yep.
And again, more contained. Have a little bit of patience, set it up. By all means, speed a ball up when you can reach it, but don't try to speed every ball up that you can reach.
Right.
I mean, Johnson and Barr are sitting there anticipating Young to speed a ball up.
Yeah, he was that difference maker when we saw him at Newport last time we saw him, and we talked about it and how consistent he was and how he elongated points and waited for the right moment. Right now, he doesn't seem to be waiting long enough. Oh, no. Thomas Wilson was about to lose his mind if they didn't get that point.
I mean, and Young's playing with probably one of the best defenders in Thomas Wilson, and can construct points and set things up. So you've got the confidence part there of staying in a point a long time.
Yeah! JW looking down at that a little extended amount of time. I think he Almost thought it might have been out. It was close.
No,
Yeah, it looks
caught
like
line.
he got to the outside part of the line.
3, 6, 1.
I like the drive from Young, and this is something I saw earlier from him. His driving, but he's trying to get up there so quickly. Use the drive to set up an easier fifth that you can drop into the kitchen. Take your time coming up. Control the point more. Don't try to push. Don't try to press. But right now, it's just everything's moving too quickly. You're trying to do too much with footwork, with getting up there, with overhitting.
6, 3, 1.
Deco, out of necessity and protection, had to hit that ball, and DJ Young was lighting him up right there.
6, 3, 2.
And Barr got indecisive right there, and I think he wanted to go around the post, realized it wasn't there, and tried to reset that.
3, 6, 1.
Yeah, that was a well-constructed point. They moved the ball around. We're patient with it.
Oh, and DJ is cheering before that ball even hits the ground. But a nice patient point,
Yeah.
and goes at the right time. He saw he had Dekel sitting backhand.
Boy, and that was the last reach-in backhand that Young did. He tried to go through the middle, and JW just sat there and teed off on the forehand. That was much smarter, going behind Barr.
Wow. First and foremost, though, did you see what JW did with that ball facing the other way? Dropped that back in. He was barely even looking.
Court awareness.
DJ, now he's feeling it, right? Now he's got a little momentum on his
But this
side.
is where he has to stay.
Yes. You
He
can't go
can't
too
try
high.
to take it up
No,
another level
no,
from this.
no.
He has to stay here.
You don't need to.
Ooh, got away with one.
Yeah. Because he's getting that. He's into the red right now.
Yeah.
RPMs are a little too high right now. He just calms down, stays within,
7, 6,
and
1.
they take a 7-6 lead here. A little 4-0 run here from Wilson and Young. And I think, Chad, you and I agree, the difference maker right now is that DJ Young staying in that yellow, right? Not getting that red, not getting too low, but in that yellow right there with his momentum.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, with Wilson, he's going to be that steady force with Young. He's not going to take risks. He's going to keep you in the point longer. So the X factor for this one is going to be Young. Now on the other side, you're watching Johnson and Barr have gotten a little flat now that Young is starting to make balls. They've got to now step it up a notch. Right, we saw it against Daescu and Frazier. They had some success of pulling a trigger earlier rather than letting Daescu and Frazier be the ones, and they're trying to counterattack. So I think they've got to pick up the intensity just a little bit.
Wow, what a third shot from DJ Young right there, finding that corner.
Well, I mean, the third shot drop and the get from JW that doesn't pop up. I mean, it's one thing to get a paddle on it, but typically it pops up, but he kept that down.
Oh, good timeout from Johnson and Barr. They hold 2 serves.
Six, 7, 1.
Nope. Don't like it.
Yeah.
You and I, Chad, we don't agree with, or we agree. that's just not the right shot. Dekel Bar, JW too athletic.
Yeah, they move too well on the court. I mean, one thing, if you do that, they get up there, they get now lob them.
Get them back. Get
And,
'em off.
and force them back.
Yeah. But no, now you give up 2 points, give them the lead back where you had complete advantage. Just keep them back, force them into something where they force you to have to dink with them. Oh, DJ's growling. When DJ starts growling, that's a sign too right there.
Excellent movement across the court from Wilson and Young, especially covering after this Ernie. Oh, JW taking it down the line.
Johnson
and there's
and
the
Barr.
finish from Young.
Yeah, Johnson and Barr though a 9-7 lead now. Looked like they were in trouble. Called that timeout, changed the momentum. Oh, nice angle. You just see him go. He pronates
Yeah,
around that. Like that big word, Chad?
I
for
do.
you. That's for you.
Man, building vocabulary in the booth. Yeah, Johnson right there taking 2 quick balls and then just, like you said, hold it behind, make it look like you're going back hard through the middle and then pronating. Just like if you were to throw a change up, you got to pronate and bring the hand over. Slows it down, but it gives the ball a little bit of ability to come down and then kick out. So even if Young was to recognize that, which he didn't, that's going to pull him off the court even more. So now your next ball that does pop up is more effective going hard through.
Right, because even if he does get that ball, you look how out of position he is, and now you're playing 2-on-1 for the next shot or two.
Yeah. But we see it time and time again where, especially those overheads, you're like, oh, I'm going to hit this so hard it's not going to come back. And they pop the next one up. Oh, I'm going to hit it so hard.
Oh, and just long. And they hold 1 game point here, does DJ Young and Thomas Wilson. They just had a 7-6 lead, but Johnson and Barr go on a 4-0 run of their own after the timeout.
Good ball from Young. Face open, extending through the ball. The spin allows that ball to stay down.
Big finish there from DJ Young.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what Barr was trying to do with that one. I mean, he's fully extended. The only thing you have left is to try to flick your wrist, and he just fed an easy mid-range overhead to DJ Young.
Still have one more serve to hold here before this gets all tied up at 10. 9-10, Wilson and Young trying to tie this up. Oh, and on the forehand of DJ Young, had it right there, but just tries to do a little too much with it off the tape, and it's side out game point again here for Johnson and Barr.
Yeah, and we saw the difference of the 2 swings. JW is short, compact. Oh, that ball landed in.
Wow, good defense from DJ Young on the around the post from JW Johnson.
Yeah, and I mean, even with that defense, most of the time you're just trying to get a paddle on it, but DJ recognized that he can go back behind JW. Now they've saved 2 match points. 3 on that, well, 2 on that service there. But yes, now they have saved 3 total.
He forgot to carry the 1.
Oh, we're doing math now as well.
Kinesiology, math. We've done it all today, Chad.
We can do geography next. Good reach in by JW.
And he does that as well as anybody. He uses his length and his reach to take those balls out of the air. Creates less time for his opponents to react to anything.
Yeah, that's the benefit of taking balls out of the air when you can.
Wow. I mean, he cut the heck out of that ball and just makes it difficult for DJ Young to come in and attack that.
Yeah, if that ball sits up at all, Young's got a better swing on it, but also the way he cut it, when it hits Young's paddle, it kind of slides a little bit.
And game one goes to Johnson and Barr on their 4th game point, 11-9 over Wilson and Young. Great battle by all 4 of these gentlemen out here in this bronze medal match, but we're going to game 2. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have that game for you here from the APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus. Game 1 goes to JW Johnson and Dekel Barr. They were down 7-6, come back and win 11-9 in game number 1. Game 2, if Johnson and Barr can pull this out, they will get that rematch against Dylan Frazier and Andre Deescu. If not, we're going to a game 3 here to see who gets that matchup on Sunday in gold medal match against Dylan Frazier and Andre Deescu. Thomas Wilson to serve, start us off. And off the body of JW Johnson. And he's showing some frustration right there. He did not like that at all.
No, he didn't. Wilson giving a little bit of a wink and a nod after he hit that one.
Oh, and Johnson finally finding the correct angle.
Johnson kind of smiling at Barr and saying, yeah, that's how you do it. You might hit it harder, but.
Oh, nice hands there from Johnson as he goes 5-hole on DJ Young right there, and we're all square at 1.
One.
Johnson get handcuffed there?
A little bit. I think the edge guard ball from Wilson screwed him up a little bit as far as it just created some spin.
Oh, Scorpion Dekel Barr right there?
Yeah. Big man getting low and literally just sitting as a pancake. Pancake, slap it back at you.
Take this right off your chest, DJ Young. That's great athleticism from the big man. Wow, Deco just flipping that at about 50% right here through the middle. Nobody expecting this.
Now you see both Wilson and Young kind of split to the sides, expecting a slower ball.
Wow, just long there from DJ Young, and again off the tape, it changes everything. Oh,
Little matrix move by
Yeah.
J.W. Johnson getting out of the way of that one.
We're off to a commanding 4-1 lead here.
Oh, and again.
Same shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
And again, DJ Young dropping the paddle and just walking off of the court.
And a defense there from Barr and Johnson. They got in trouble, okay, and it's nothing. J.W. Johnson tried to do that little inside out.
The Tadio roll.
Right?
Yeah.
He tried to do that and he got himself in trouble. Now they worked their way out of it and got the point, but when players start to see stuff more, they start to adjust to it. Now players are starting to see that and know what's coming. You know, I was on a call yesterday when in mixed doubles when Tardio tried to do it against Georgia.
Yeah. Who he plays against a ton.
He tried to do it on Georgia. Georgia countered it, ripped it right back past him. She was on this near end. She's walking back towards the booth here.
Yeah.
She was laughing, going, he knows he can't do that, right?
Yeah, the hard part with that one is, and for those of you at home that don't know what it is, you're coming through as a backhand, you flip your hand over and then flick a forehand. But because you twist your arm so much, if you get counted on that, you're already handcuffed.
Right.
There's nothing else you can do. So that's kind of a do or die shot right there. JW kind of going through halfway with it, didn't accelerate it, and the ball hung up, and Barr just did an excellent job of defending it. Oh.
Oh, both Thomas Wilson and DJ Young giving it up to each other right there, and unfortunate.
6-1-2.
And that would have given them a side out. That ball's not coming back. And instead of a 5-1 side out, it's a 7-1, and they're still serving. Frustrated DJ Young right there.
Just a little bit.
1-2.
This is where you got to hone it in right here. Get this side out, start chipping away.
No, that's out.
Side out.
Good ball from Wilson. Pushing back deep.
1-7-1.
High third there from DJ Young. They got to answer here and get a couple points. At least get back in this. Cut that deficit. Nice drop. Oh. J.W. Johnson does more with balls that most people can't.
Yeah, I mean, when he's reaching in, he's already loaded. That paddle head goes all the way down, the wrist is cocked back, and then it's wait, explode. Matrix, Matrix move again.
Yeah.
JW's eyes wide open on that one.
8-1-1.
That's like an instant replay of the last one.
Serve. 8-1-2.
It's a 7-point lead here for Barr and Johnson trying to get that rematch against Daescu and Frazier. Wow, I mean, DJ Young trying to do everything he can to win a point here.
Yeah, I mean, JW getting handcuffed in the middle of that as well.
Everything going their way right at the moment.
9-1-2. Point. 10-1-2.
Match point here for J.W. Johnson and Dekel Bar. And that'll do it right there. Handily in game number 2, 11-1 after taking a close one in the first game, 11-9. Wilson and Young will take bronze. J.W. Johnson and Dekel Bar moving on for that rematch against Andre Daescu and Dylan Frazier. Chad, takeaways from this match?
Yeah, we saw a much more aggressive Johnson and Bar at times in this one compared to the winners bracket final. Bar doing a much better job of anticipating and setting up, and they weathered a little bit of the storm in the middle of game 1 from Wilson and Young, specifically Young trying to, finding that happy spot and making a good run in the middle. But they're going to have to look tomorrow for, again, Daescu to be reaching in and speeding up balls. They had success when they sped it up before he did. Frazier staying consistent throughout. So I think they've got to play extremely similar coming into tomorrow as they did right there. Good run from Wilson and Young after losing early in the day, and we talked about Young with his controlled aggression. If he can stay in that, he's a dangerous player.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
the inconsistency is what brings him up and down.
Yeah, and so bronze medalists Wilson and Young. Gold medal to be determined tomorrow. We'll take a quick commercial break. I'll talk with J.W. Johnson and Dekel Bar about this victory and about that rematch they're about to get tomorrow here at the APP Chicago Open presented by Championship Court at the APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus. J.W. Johnson, Dekel Bar. Dekel, I'll start with you. Bronze medal match right here against Thomas Wilson and DJ Young. Two players you're very familiar with. You practice a lot with down in Texas. What's your game plan going against two guys that you know very well?
Right. There's obviously little things that we know about them. We don't want to, give away our secrets for future reference. But yes, I practice with them all the time. Jada played against them a lot. We talked before, came up with a game plan. They started very hot, so we needed to cool them down a little bit. Managed to get that first game and start strong in the second. So that was key.
So you guys do come back in that first game, JW. You win that first match, or that first game 11-9. Is there momentum going into game 2 for you guys? Because it seemed like there was going 11-1.
Well, what did you think? Okay, yes. Yes, we did have momentum. We were kind of coming off our game plan, which was working, so we just decided to stick with it, play a little bit safe, obviously, but obviously not too passive, and it was working for us.
And then, Dekel, you guys get that rematch you're looking for, and that's the best part about the double dip on this side of the APP Tour, is that you do have a chance to come back and play Dylan Frazier and Andre Daescu again. You looking forward to that match tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. Excited for some revenge.
And then, JW, we mentioned off camera, you got some work to do tomorrow, boy, to get a triple crown. You got to double dip twice, because the only time you're coming out of the winner's bracket is in mixed. What do you think about tomorrow?
Well, it's going to be a long day, but we'll see. It would have been interesting if it was 3 back draws, but I'm glad it's not, so we're going to see how it goes.
All right, well, congratulations, J.W. Johnson, Dekel Bar, moving on to Championship Sunday. That's it for us today, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, Championship Sunday, here at the APP Chicago Open, presented by Lexus. Thank you guys for joining us.